BASE, the initials BASE, stand for Barbados Association for Supported Employment. And BASE was founded in 2010. This was through the principal, or the retired principal right now, she's retired principal, Dawn Rudder of the Learning Center. Her students were going home and there was nothing for them to do, and they needed to continue their education. So Dawn, Miss Rudder, and a couple parents got together and they started the organization Barbados Association for Supported Employment. Within that organization became First BASE, which would be the first section of the project that we were doing. First BASE, the project caters to 10 young people with various disabilities. So we have learning disabilities, we've got physical disabilities, behavioral challenges, as we've got autism, we've got Down syndrome, variety of disabilities. And we have brought these 10 young people together, male and female, and we're basically training them to become work worthy. That's the object of the project. So they deal with behaviors for work, time scheduling, interview, how they would interview, and routine, because for these young people they need a routine. You can't switch them, so they need a routine to follow. So this project enables them, or the whole idea of the project was to enable them to go out into the workplace. So what has happened now with the project is that getting them into the workplace has become a challenge, and even more so now with COVID. So what the project has endeavored to do is to make the place a place where they can work, their actual workplace. So we call them staff, the actual workplace, and they make a variety of items, and we are able to sell those items and they make money. They make a stipend and enables the place to make money. Now the place is kind of, one of our partners with this place is St. James Parish Church. So this facility was given to us by St. James Parish Church, and we only pay bills. So they partner with us that way. The transition from being just students to staff, because we wanted them to operate in a work environment. We wanted them to feel like they were at work. They were not at school. They're old enough, they've left school, they are now working. So we changed from students to calling them staff. We want them as young people to understand that they are productive. They are a part of the working force. What they contribute is valuable, and that they are growing and maturing and not just students at school. So this was our aim, to bring them to a point where they can feel, okay, I am capable, I am able to do and to work and to be a contributing member of society. Before COVID, or like we say BC, well, let me start again. The operation started in 2010, like I told you before, and I came here about 5-6 years ago. So I've only been here at base 6. Since I've been here, I've had unique products that we have created. 10 young people came from the hours of 8 to 3. That was their time slot, a full day with a lunchtime, as though they were at work. They have their lunch, they have their break. They operated on a work schedule. So you came in, they wrote in their times that they came. If they were late, they had to call and say they were late. If they were absent, they had to, call and say that they weren't going to be there. And if they missed the 3 days, bring in the certificate to get them into what they would do normally within a work environment. We made products such as jams, we did sweetbreads, we did pumpkin pone, but we did Barbadian products, uniquely Barbadian. So everything that we use had to originate from Barbados. So our jam, sorrel jam, mango chutney, tamarind chili, sweetbread, pumpkin pone, drinks that were unique to Barbados, sweet potato and turmeric drink. The usual tamarind and sorrel drink, but then we always found something special in there that said we are Barbadian. And we did this because the St. James Parish Church, which is one of the first churches in Barbados, would allow its historic value, would allow us to come down and sell. And because the taxi men would bring the tourists to the church as this historic, we would be able to sell to the tourists. So everything we did there was Barbadian. We did breadfruit fish cakes along with the regular fish cakes, but we had a breadfruit fish cake. So they got to interact, they got to sell stuff, talk to people as though they were working. They made things here. We would clean the outside, we maintained the outside. We grew our own herbs and seasonings. So they were integrally a part of everything that happened within the organization because it was their work that they produced. After COVID came, the place was shut for a while before the board could decide what we would do, because we think mainly of their safety as they are already compromised in terms of their immunity systems. We had to be very careful what we do. So after COVID, we started to divide them up. So 5 one week, 5 the other week. When we got a rise in cases, we took 3 people 2 days a week. And the other days we did online with everybody, which is what we're doing right now. Right now we are online totally. We even cook online. So the parents are excited about seeing them cooking and they learn new dishes. So we've had parents actually doing things for Christmas, you know, dishes that they learned from us, because they still cook online and they still do their craft online, things that they can sell. So right now we are totally online, but we're hoping that within later on in the year that we can do at least 2 days a week along with 3 days online, so they get back to that interaction, because they need to have that interaction physically with each other and with us, the supervisors.
So we have 10 students here. We have Ramon, Haley, Nicholas, Detroit, Shanice, Shanika, Shawnette, Falana, and Peruzio. Yes, a little bit about Falana. Falana is a bubbly person. You could be in a room feeling terrible and Falana will make you feel good. Her personality is wonderful. Peruzio is a bubbly, interacting, God-down person. She believes in God 100%. She could put down prayer out of this world. When she done prayer, you well prayed for her. Shanice is very quiet, reserved person, but she knows a lot. You know, you teach her, you show her. Joanne will show you something, I will show you something. She got it down to a T. Shawnette is Dante Thomas, but she can do things. You know, she loves to clean, she loves to wash. She's a human washing machine, we call she wrote here. She can wash, she can take care of her kitchen, instructions a little iffy, but give her the chance and only give her one task to do at a time, she will do it. Shanika is, oh Lord, is everything in one. She is our notebook, our person that, yeah, she thinks, yeah, you give her something, a task to do, she got it. You give her, you give her a message. She can remember this message up to the day, up to the next day. You know, so you can say, Shanika, don't let me forget so please WhatsApp me, you know, and guaranteed you got it. Haley is a darling. He's a gentleman. He is a peaceful child. And he does what you tell him to do. Once you say please, you have to be very nice to Haley. If you're not nice to Haley, Hailey's not going to move. You gotta say please. You gotta say thank you. Ramon is a cool guy. Ramon is the person that like to dress up and look cool, but he is a supervisor. I don't know if he's got Joanne, but I think he's come at me all the time. I feel really bad sometimes. But yeah, Ramon is a boss. You teach him something more than once, he got it, down pat, he can come in and take over everything, kitchen and everything. Nicholas is more of a supervisor. I am here, this is what I do. I am doing this, hold on, let me do this. He's always willing to help you though. He's always willing to help. And so sometimes Joanne will put him in charge and all of us, including me, because if I can't remember, Nicholas tends to remember. He's a mathematician. He loves maths. Who am I forgetting? Detroit. Detroit is a gentleman, a soft-spoken person. Once he gets into a routine, that routine is always his routine. So when he was out of school and he come into this routine, it was like he had to change a lot of stuff. But Ramon, Detroit is for Ramon and for the fellas, He's an interacting person, but he's a gentleman altogether. I hope I'm forgetting nobody, but yeah. All of them have their own way, but they have their own, their own sense of humor. Hailey loves eating, drinking, and enjoying herself and dancing. Yes, her personality. If Joanne is doing anything to do with food-wise, to put it to decorate, Hailey's there. And she can decorate really good. Do not get that with Hailey, but she loves to eat. Get she Chefette, Kentucky. Is she a chicken bun friend? And no, I don't think she's a chicken bun friend. She ain't a chicken bun friend, but she loves to eat. Put food in front of Hailey. You could threaten Hailey with food. She would do what you gotta tell her to do. But then she don't like to exercise. So we've got to find ways for she to exercise and stuff like that. But just tell she about food, Hailey will put some weights down for you, man. And yeah, but you gotta feed she right then. Shanice loves to bake. She loves to bake. Shanika, she likes to cut up, always in the kitchen doing something or the other with the stove. Shawnette loves to clean. Shawnette loves to clean. Let me just put it so. Anything to do with cleaning, Shawnette will be. She loves to work with hair too. Falana is a person that will do a little bit of everything. She will cut up, she will wash, she will dry, and she's a very interacting person. I think that's her unique. She can interact with somebody and you will fall in love with Falana right away. Perusio. Perusio's strongholds are she loves to clean, she loves to wash, and she can clean a bathroom real good. Let me just put that out there. She can clean, sweeping, cleaning, anything to do with that, she's there. Detroit love outside work. You can give him an animal to take care of, he will take care of that animal, and he loves gardening. He loves to be outside. Ramon will like put him to do anything, to be whack or to gardening, yes, but he loves the kitchen too. And he can put on a good piece of cleaning. Ramon is who's clean all the equipment inside the kitchen, the stove, the ovens, and the industrial products. Haley would grate it for you, peel, cut up, anything along the lines of hands-on, he's there doing it. But he loves to grate her. I think that's where he finds his joy in, grating anything, peeling anything. He can fix stuff too. He loves to fix stuff. Nicholas. Put Nicholas inside of to teach somebody, he would do it. Give him numbers, he's a human calculator. Yeah, he loves anything to do with numbers, he's good with. Haley, oh Lord about Haley. Put Haley in the kitchen to cut up something, to eat it, Haley will eat it. But she's a loving person and she loves to interact and dance. Yeah, because she to peel too, she would do it, but she can go back in she own little world, dancing to herself and doing she own little thing. So yeah, Haley is a unique person. Keeping connected. I think we were online a lot. At first that was hard to get them zoned, to get them in tune, you know, Joanne talking, I talking, they might want to hear all of this, you know. But then Joanne had to find new ways to get them connected online, and yeah, that was fun. Then after maybe 6 weeks, yeah, about that. We're still working on it. It could be hard sometimes because cooking online is not easy. Doing projects online is not easy, but we make it work. And group things that we do. Cooking, that's my field. So if Joanne come in the kitchen with her genius ideas and say, Natalie, I want you to do a pumpkin soup, but I want it with a twist. Oh, Joanne, how am I going to get that do for you? But you know what? I think what we do is that Joanne is coming with she obnoxious projects sometimes, and as a group who's working in the kitchen with me at that time, yeah, we put it together. So if it's a normal pumpkin soup, we put a twist on it. We put it with rosemary, and then she might bring some of this old man pork and give me and say, let not put it in. I don't know how you're gonna put it in there, but I'm gonna put it in. And then we'll put some garlic powder, you know, or some garlic, or we put it up in the oven and roast it, you know, and then blend it up and maybe put a twist with the same old man pork with it. And then Shanice can come up, Shawnette or Shanika can come up with a name to it. I mean, it's come up with some names sometimes that is freak me out, but it works. It works for the project maybe that we're doing. And then Joanna said, oh, I want a little bit more something. Then we gotta go back in the kitchen, do it all over again, tweak it again, and pray and hope that the pumpkin that we get the next time tastes the same way. That's the kind of things we've got to do with. But yeah, we do it as a project. It's be fun. Joanne is coming and say, well, we tweak. Then she said, I'm comfortable. Once she says she's comfortable with it, I think everybody then is be released and you know, feel good, ready to run with it, and then a name go on it, and then it goes. So yeah, we work good together as a team. Once we don't quarrel or nothing, so because if I misunderstand Joanne, we tend to talk about it, still a quarreling about it. If I say, Joanne, I just don't understand, explain it to me, she explain it, and then I might go and tell Shanice or Shanique or Shawnette or one of the rest in the kitchen, and then they might put the input on it and say, oh yeah, I see it that way, not understand. So yeah, we work together as a unit because we put God in everything we do. Everything we do. Taste, quality, texture, everything we do, somebody can come and put an input on it, and then we got a good product. That's, yeah. Joanne would maybe say that they're not students, they're staff. Meaning because as when you call them students, they look and say, oh, I'm working for my own money, you know. When I can't be calling me no kids or nothing like that. And funny stories, we have plenty. I remember a time we was in here and I heard Falana talking on the phone. Hello? I was like, Falana, who you talking to? I'm on the phone with my mother. I was like, Falana, where your phone is? Hello, Falana, Mom, you coming for me now? And me and Joanna was like, why Falana on the phone talking with she hand? But that is Falana. So we know Mommy is on she way, and then 15 minutes or maybe 10 minutes, Falana mother turn up at the door. I am so serious. So we always just say, Falana, you need to go on the phone and call your mother. And Falana will pick up the phone and call her mother. And about 2 minutes after, Falana mother turn up at the door. So yes, Haley. Plenty times Haley and here walking up and, you know, not gyrating in a bad way, but when Haley get in I don't know, some song playing on the radio that she might know, Haley will stop whatever she's doing and start to not walk up, but do she little thing, you know. And one day she did it out to the bin. It was like Joanna thought she was catching a fit. We honestly thought she was catching a fit, but it was she actually dancing. Who else give we jokes in here? Detroit. Many times we come out here and see Detroit talking to the plants. And let me tell you something, the plants is literally grow. The plants will grow. Plenty times here we are talking to things and they grow. Everything else dead and then he taught her actually grow. Yeah, there's so much funny stories I could talk the whole day about them, but yeah. Sometimes it's be fun, sometimes we got be sad moments, but yeah. It's be fun boat here 24.
My name is Pamela Haynes, and I am the Secretary of the Barbados Association for Supported Employment. I have a daughter, Falana Haynes, who is one of the young people who works at First Base. You may have heard her name mentioned by one of the supervisors or during the previous recording. My daughter Falana loves First Base. She talks about all of her friends at First Base. She knows them all by name, and that's really great because, as we all know, we are social beings, and it's no different for our young people with special needs. They need to be able to socialize, so they have a good circle of friends, and they support one another, and they assist one another. So that's been good. What I've found is that Falana is more willing to assist since she's come to First Base. She's learned skills, especially the kitchen skills. She likes to cut up things, and she has carried that over to home with chopping up and cutting up and assisting in the kitchen, and that's been very good. She feels like she's able to do more and give more. And as for me, Joanne and Natalie have insisted that I give her more opportunity to show what she's able to do, to not, you know, we tend to be a bit protective as parents of special needs. Oh, she might get burnt if she goes by the stove, or, you know, that might be a little difficult, but they've taught her knife skills, and she's very good at chopping up and cutting up and loves to do that. And even, you know, now being able to crack eggs and beat them and do things to assist with baking. So from that perspective, I know that she has definitely improved. She's a more willing candidate around the house, and she does look forward to you know, meeting up with her friends from First Base and staying in touch with them. And they do more than just work at First Base. They do a couple of activities. It was more prevalent when we weren't in COVID, but you know, they'd go see a movie together. They've gone on a staycation. They have different outings that they do. They actually, you know, go have a luncheon together and plan stuff. So there's a social life outside of First Base, and that's a lot of fun. So some people ask us how they can be involved with First Base and the program that goes on here. I think there are so many opportunities. First of all, our young people are gaining skills that they could be able to use in a work setting. So we would love to have people who would offer some kind of work opportunity for them, maybe just a part-time something, you know, a half day a week, a couple of days a week. So that's one thing. People with their various skills, whether they are gardeners or people who know about gardening and the various things that we could be growing. They could come on board from that respect. The other reason and other way that they can support us is by purchasing some of the products that we produce, and you will see some of the great quality substances that are produced here. Foodstuff, juices, all natural, prepared with love and great, great care. So definitely come on board purchasing things. And then people who have skills like that, are good at IT, can help us market. People who have ideas that can help us try and package. You know, we're looking for people with ideas who can assist us. The other area that they can assist us in is by becoming a member of the Barbados Association for Supported Employment. Like many organizations, it's a handful of people that are doing the work, but we know there are lots of gifted people out there that have exciting ideas and may be able to assist. And we're saying, present yourself to Joyanne, who's one of our supervisors, or call base to let us know how you might be able to assist. Right? So one thing I would like to do is encourage parents and guardians who have special needs youngsters who may be looking to get involved in something. First of all, you can encourage them at home. Let them feel that they are valuable. I think this is something that First Base definitely tries to let each of its participants understand, that they are valuable, that despite challenges that they may have, they have something to offer. They have been created by God for a purpose. And so we want those at home to understand that and encourage their young people. It is a new year and we have plans. COVID has altered the plans a bit, but at one time we were talking about taking on a couple of young people to maybe come in on a part-time basis. Obviously, our numbers would determine who and how that can happen, as well as how COVID progresses. But if you have a young person that you might want to have involved in a program such as First Base, you can give the supervisor Joyanne a call. She has numbers and she will give them. At least they can go onto a waiting list, because that's extremely important. And as our plans unfold, we'll be able to see who we might be able to bring into the program, as well as hopefully people will come on board with this work program. And and our plan is always that our young people, once they've gained the skills and the confidence, can get into a work environment and become employed. And as people move out, people will be able to move in, and that is our desire. So again, I'm going to make the appeal for people who have a genuine interest in our young people, those that are special needs, those that feel they have something to offer aboard a charity such as the Barbados Association for Supported Employment, to come. Give of your time. Nobody will be turned away once they have a true desire. We need the hands, we need the input from those that understand the importance of keeping our young people engaged and gainfully employed. Thanks so much.
My name is Joyanne Corbin. I am the supervisor at First Base. What I want people to see, not just for my young people, but for all persons with disabilities, is the human side of them. See them as individuals, see them as people. Yes, they may have limited capabilities, but we all have limited capabilities. So I want people to see the human first, who is capable of doing things, and then afterwards see the disability, understand the limitations with the disability, and work with them. Because I want them to know that they are important to society, vital even to the society. That's what I want to see. And I believe that this is God's requirement of me. My sister always used to say, this is your ministry, this is not your job. You don't get paid enough for what you do. This is your ministry, and this is true. This is what God has laid on my heart to do, and I'm doing what He wants me to do. Don't mind, I love it. I love them. But it is what God has asked of me, and I am obedient.
My name is Nahali. I'm an assistant supervisor to First Base. Well, I think the thing to change, people personalities, how you look at them. You know, sometimes there might not be a person that you can see their disability right off the bat, you know. So if Ramon, for instance, Ramon don't talk, you know, people will say he's unmanly. He's not unmanly. It's just that's his personality. And for people to say that he's unmanly, get to know somebody, you know, get to know who he is. So if he had to go into the hotel, say for instance, the hotel industry, and he wanted to do something that he wanted to do and run it, so Ramon put that there for me, and he ain't moved the same time. Is that Ramon got to actually process it first before he move. But you ain't moving, Robbie, you ain't moving. I think the personality, how to talk to people, for one, and how to get on the bus, like Peruzio. When Peruzio get on the bus, people look at her funny. People don't want to sit down side of her. I think these are things that they need to change. You can't sit down side of a person that have a disability and get it, you know. But I think the old time system, the old time way, you know, if you sit down side of somebody, you can get what they get, you know, you can get how she looks and stuff like that. You know, so I always got to tell Peruzio, clean your face, you know, make sure your teeth brush, make sure your hair comb. Look a certain way that even though they might look at you funny, they can't keep that look all the time. Eventually they can say, look, this is more to Peruzio, you know, although they might not know her name. There's more to this person here, you know. Nicholas is not a people's person, but when he talks, you can hear the fright in him. You can hear the scariness in him. Some people would take that for advantage. If you know him, get to know who he is, you'll be amazed how much you can learn from Nicholas. So personality, you can change certain things once you get to learn about the person. And sit inside of somebody that have a disability, you're not going to catch their disability. You know, everybody have a disability. You just can't see certain people's disabilities, you know. So I'm saying for me personally, I have a disability. Nobody knows that. And for me personally, I used to say, oh, I don't care. I do care. And I do care what people used to say, so I had to put up a guard. So I was like, why put up a guard when I can let people know that my disability is not going to hinder who I am? And I try to tell the students that, you know, my special adults that, and Joyanne is trying to, you know, put that in them that you do not have to let your disability ruin your life. You can work with your disability, let people see that, and, you know, run with it. You know your weakness, you work on your weakness, but you know your strong points. You work with your strong points and go for it. Let people see that, but don't put yourself out for people. Let people see who you are, that eventually if they don't let you to go, and if they do let you to stay, you know. So yeah.